we will continue with that where we left yesterday, where we left with that part 2 we have completed so far. Here RPM VVCQ disk, that is Clusterware installation prerequisite 2 part 2 we have completed until previous video. So we are going to continue with that. Clone the virtual machine. How to do that, and we will continue with this. So we need to shut down the VM. So gracefully we will shut down this virtual machine. Yeah, the virtual machine got shut down now. So you can see here powered up stage rack. So what we will go, file, machine, clone. So you can change the machine name here, rack 02. So reinstate the MAC address of all network cards. Yes, the MAC address we need to reinstate because that rack 1 virtual machines Ethernet MAC addresses will be refreshed. So next, full clone. Since it is 40 GB hard disk drive, it will take some time to complete. Yes, now the VM cloning gets completed successfully. You can see here that VM rack 1, rack 2. So we have to reinstate that network MAC addresses. Okay, it's all done. And the next step, we need to log into this VM, and then we need to change the host name, because here it is, the host name is still in the server side rack 1 only. So we have to log into the VM, start VM. Yes, the system reboot it's completed. You just log in as a root user, root password. Go to this. We can edit this. Here you can see the machine name still it is in rack 1. So just change the rack 2. Save it. And then etc host. So here everything pakka. So everything as it as expected only. So go to system, network connections, change the IP here. ETH546 edit. You can see here simply change the 200, apply, edit, 200, apply. This is auto IP. This one. So you can delete this too. You can restart that services since we have updated our IP addresses. Okay, we will delete existing one and we'll configure the IP in ETH4, ETH5, ETH5 and ETH6. We will configure there. So we will remove this ETH system. So that is for internet. I'll check the status. Stop. It is not getting started. We need to reboot the machine. So it's working fine now. Activated. It is 4 and it is 6 activated. It is 5. It's looking for okay, no issues. We will reboot. This issue will be fixed. Yes, it's moving. We'll reboot now. After rebooting, the network issue got fixed. So now wired network VTH6 connected, here VTH4 connected and VTH5 connected, and we have configured the IP addresses VTH4, this is 200, VTH5, private network 10.200, and that is for internal connectivity. So I have tested here ping Sachin blog.com. So it's working fine. So everything working fine. Now the MAC address also have changed. So next step, we need to switch on the rack 1 VM. So from there we need to ping rack 1 to rack 2, like vice versa we have to ping and check. So we will switch on rack 1 also. Start. So now both the VMs are getting ready. So two VMs got ready. We are good to go with that. So the machine rack 1 switched on. The machine is back online. So we will check vice versa, like ping this machine from there. Ping rack 02. Can check 192.168.56.200. Yeah, it's working. It's connecting. Rack 2 machine is ping 192.168.10.100. Yeah, it's connected. It's working. And the same thing, we will check rack 2 machine. Ping rack 01.local domain. Okay, ping 192.168.56.100. Yes, it's working fine. Ping 192.168.10.100. Yes, vice versa, it's working fine. Yeah, we are good. Now we need to, next step, we need to create a shared disk. This also will check it across. Let's see. Yes, it's working fine. RAC 2. Okay. Okay, we are good to go with that create shared disk now. So we need to create shared disk. We have to shut down both the VMs. So we will shut down those VMs, rack 1 and rack 2. Shut down. Here also you can shut down this VM as well. Shut down. Now both the machine powered off. So we got shut down both the machines. So next what we will do, we will create a shared disk. Create a new disk, virtual disk hard disk, and create a 20 GB fixed size. I'm creating another location here. Data disk VST. I'm naming that. Save and create. So that the shared disk it's getting creating, and we'll see. So now the additional hard disk drive we have created. Now you can see here this one 20 GB we had created. Okay, next what we need to do, that disk has to be a shareable one. We need to modify is that shareable. Okay, so go to settings, storage, Now we need to make it as a shared disk. Normal VST. This one we need to modify as shared disk. Okay, we'll go with this. This one, modify. You can see the information here. Access storage is RAC 1. It is. So attribute we can give as shareable. Okay. So the disk, it's across the shareable disk. We are going to create ASM disk groups so that we need this disk. It should be shared across the nodes RAC 1 and RAC 2. So just give apply. Close it. You can come here and see storage. Add hard disk, choose existing disk. We have created here the disk, all files. Data disk. Click OK. So this root, the disk is now shared disk. We have added both the VM rack. Okay. Next, we need to so until this we have completed, and now we have to switch on both the VMs and we need to do partitions. We need to create partitions. So we will switch on the machine rack 1. We can switch on rack 2 machine as well. So both the machines is getting switched on. Let's wait for 5 minutes, and in the meantime we can open a couple of putty sessions. We are not going to work on that host machine level. We are going to work on putty session level. 192, 168. 56.200. So both the machines. So we will log in. Once that machine gets logged in, let's see, still it's loading, so just wait for 5 minutes and we will log into that both the machines. And we need to create a partitions for installing Clusterware configuration. We are almost done. Next step is, after once created the partitions, create a ASM disk. We need to do that disk partition completed. We need to do that ASM labeling those disk for creating OCRO disk, data disk group, and the FRA mount. Like this, we need to label those disk groups. So now both the machine got rebooted successfully. So it's now both the machines running. We will connect through this 192.168.56.200. This is second VM rack 2 VM IP address. Load 192.168.56.200. Save. I'm connecting node 1. Changing the settings, background, will modify something. Foreground, choose this one. Let's see. Okay. I am logging as a root user, root password. So host name. So rack 1, ping 192.168.26.200. So it's working fine. Duplicate session I'm taking. I'm changing the color. This is rack 2. This looks like some hazardous, like, okay, let me change it. Okay, this one I guess it will be good, I guess. Okay, I'm logging into this one. Will close it. Will close. Not double install new session. So connect from. root, sorry, I incorrectly typed root password. So I log in. Working fine, right? Perfect. So you can ping here, ping 192.168.56.100. Yeah, it's working fine. So now we'll go to the let me change that color. Foreground. Now it will be fine. Okay. Yes. Right. Okay. Now ls-dev sd star. So you can see here dev and -sda, that is having two partition, sda1, sda2. So now we have these two. It is already having partition sda1 and sda2. Now sdb we need to create partition. We need to create partition. Okay. So we'll do that fdisk for creating that partition. Okay, then primary partition p 1. So you can see here a new partition will be created, SDB1, SDB1. Okay, fine. Now we need to label the disk. So simply we'll execute this command. Yes, we got while running this command, we got error, right? Like you can see here, Oracle is create disk dev SDB1. So Oracle is a model not loaded or not mounted. Okay, it's the error. So what I did, I just simply initiated the configure, and again I did initiate init. So init, it will load that Oracle model, it will get loading. So now we can go ahead with this command. It will get created the ASM disk group, that ASM labeling the disk. So now you can see it is done. Okay. After that, Oracle, we need to do scan disk. So you can see both the end we need to do scan disk for node 1 and node 2. So it is done. I'm going to this node cd dev ls-lrt sd, and see here Oracle ASM configure Oracle ASM init Oracle ASM scan disk ls-lrt. You can see data 1, Oracle ASM list disk. Sorry, Oracle ASM list disk data 01. So you got it. So we labeled. So what I did, I added here only, so that the disk now reflecting here. You can see SDB, SDB1. Okay. After that, I did init, and then I did scan disk here, and here also I did scan disk, and now it's showing that disk. You can see here as well. It will list. Cool. ffect. Now both the end we did disk balancing, and so now we need to that configure that accessing that the both the disk by Oracle RAC Clusterware configuration. We need to do some UDO configuration. So this configuration needs to be done on both nodes. You can do it step by step parallel on both nodes. Okay, yes, sure, we'll do that. Just we will open first node. I'm editing. I'm open this file and editing. I will do some configuration. So there is no file. It is showing new file. We'll add this line. Save. The same thing. I'll do it in another node as well. I will copy and paste this information here as well. Save. Cat can see this file what we did. Is that perfect? And then we will execute this command. Okay, we got that. Shared hard disk, shared disk file labeling detail. So you will have the different SA's ID output. This ID will be used in DDoS roles. So you can run this command here as well. You can see different. Yeah, both are same. That labeling name. Okay, we got it. So this one. Then we have to go to this location, etc. Everything I have taken and put a documentation, and I am showing from you guys from here only. So we'll go from node 1, vi, edit this file. So this one we need to make it. I will put it in notepad and it is in one liner. We need this information here. We need to paste it here. Okay. Yes. Now we will add this line here. You would have rules. Add. Save it. And again come to second node as well. Vi. Put the same information here as well. Save it. Now we did up to here. Now we need to restart the VM. We need to log in as an Oracle user. Let's see. Now we will restart both the VM. Restart. So after restarting, its session getting terminated. Okay, that's expected only. Now the volume label identified and the kernel file added UDEV rules. UDEV rules we have added both the nodes, and I have checked that ASM label will be displayed or not. We can check like this across the node. This is rack 1. So ASM disk is displaying, and rack node. So it's good to go now. Okay, let's start that. So now the virtual machine and shared disk are now configured for the grid infrastructure. Optionally, you can save this using a simplified way of saving restoring images. Now we are going to install the grid infrastructure, and we can execute it in a rack machine. Okay, let's start. We'll go to the rack 1 node, this one. Go to CD media, decision RT, SF Oracle. Where is the Oracle grid binaries location? I'm going to that here. Grid. Okay, fine. Now we need to log in as the Oracle user. Okay, here it is, the run installer is there. So based on the document, I will run this run installer and I will proceed with that installation. Okay, before that we need to set that display parameters here. Yes, it won't work here because we need a Xmink or some other software to initially seeing the GUI mode installation. So what we will do, we will go with that. Where is the rack we am running? Well, log out as a root user. We will log in as a Oracle user. Let's start with that. Console, open the terminal. cd media sf grid. Okay. Now we will install the run installer. What I will do, I will give a permission. It is in root permission. Now since we are not able to install from media software locations, hence it is root user privileges, we are not able to change the ownership as well. So that what I am doing, I am copying those archives, grid archive on to zip files to software's location. We will unzip those the two zip files. We will extract it. Now we will go to software location, and then we can start from our software installation. So here you can see here. Now I am changing the permission of this Oracle user. You can see here, now it is changed. Now also I am changing 755. So I have changed it. Now we'll unzip this file. After unzipping, we can delete those zip files not required anymore because it's space consuming. Yes, it's getting completed. And since I unzipped in root user, it is in grid extracted folder also root it's OV. We can change the permission and ownership now. Okay, now such as Oracle. Will do one thing. I will exit from here and I will completely log out from root and I will log in as a Oracle user. So we can install that run installer. Now we have started the grid Clusterware installation. So Oracle 12c grid infrastructure. Something error also. The error I identified what is the issue. We need to that host name. What we are showing goes host name RAC01. Okay, RAC01 RAC. So etc host what it is? Yeah, here it is the problem. So RAC01 02 we need to modify. Okay, so we have modified on first node. We need to modify on second node as well. Go to second node. So we have to be very careful each and every steps. Okay, it's done now. Now looking good. Go to first node. Log out as the Oracle user. Okay, after rebooting, we'll go to software location. Okay, and before that, we need to run this to run Clusterware. Verify on that any issues on that. So node 1 and node 2 we need to run. So I am running this one. For if any issues occurred, it will be identified. Let's see. here it will not display anything because that information I am capturing all those in temp location, temp node1 clusterware.log. Once it is completed, we'll go through that log and we'll review those log, and if any issues occurred, we need to fix it before executing that run installer. Yeah, it's getting completed. Let's review that log. Okay, you can see so it is unsuccessful. Okay, we need to set up that SSH. The problem is we need to set up that SSH so that we are getting issue. Okay, we'll go to that SSH setup. Now we'll run that. Can copy this one, copy and paste here. Both the nodes we need to run. Let's say okay, we need to fix this. I'll get back. Yeah, coming back. The SSH setup automatic SSH is not working. I ran this command. Actually, it should work. Don't know. Oh, host are rack1, rack01, rack02, checking the mouse are not reachable. Okay, ping host rack1 not reachable. So what I did, I tried some other way also. It doesn't work, and I did a manual created the SSH like directory creation and permission given, and run this RSA token and generated, and also run public. This is private and this is public RSA token. Private RSA token. This is public RSA token. So it's I have created, and all the where all the troubleshooting scenario I did, and it's perfectly working now. I checked SSS RAC 2 from RAC 1 node, it's working perfectly. So same time I did node 2 as well, the same thing, created and created the keygen RCA, and it's working, and I have finally tested. This is a RAC 01 date, it's working fine. So fine. Now coming back, now again we'll run that run clofy command. Again we'll run this one. Let's see if this time it will get succeed or not. Already one file is there, and I will name like report one. Okay, I'm running this one. Let's see. If you want to see what is happening, you want to see, you can see here. What are the behinds? What is happening? So if it is anything failed, we need to work on it and we need to fix it, and then only the rack cluster installation gets succeed, otherwise it won't get succeed. Yes, here it is. The pre-check for cluster service setup was unsuccessful on all the nodes. So guys, we need to review this. What are the things needs to be considered? What are the things needs to be look up? Anything failed, we need to. Okay, this one. Okay, let's review this log. Okay, earlier that user equals user oracle, it is failed. After SSH setup done, manually done. It is passed. It is both the end connectivity completed. Checking node connectivity also passed. Verification cost confirmed. Yes. This is for public IP. This is for private. This is for our internet gateway, like the same thing. Public, private, and internet. Okay. Okay. Check node connectivity subnet. Yes, it is connected. It is all passed. Okay. Everything looks good so far. Okay. Could not find suitable set of interfaces for VIPs. Warning only that would not find suitable set of interfaces the same of the interconnect checking for some most consistency. Okay, cool. Node connectivity passed only. Okay. Also, this is also passed. Okay, here it is. Total memory available 4 GB, which each node we allocated for 4 GB. Available 4 GB and required 4 GB. Okay, available. Okay, this one we need to consider. Okay, we will allocate memory. Fine. Swap also passed. And check the free disk space. Yeah, it is passed. Required 65 MB only, and it is having 28 GB. Yeah, and another free disk. Okay, cool. Yeah, it is also fast. Temp location. It is 10 and 1 GB required. It is available. Yeah, it is fine. Yeah. User Oracle is an Oracle exist. Okay. Oracle user also exist. That is exist to install group exist. Fine. Fast. And the membership of Oracle group install primary and install as primary. Okay, post. And the Oracle group DBA, that is also passed. Run level, yeah, it is fine. Yeah, everything looks good so far. So guys, we need to look up anything failed, that only we need to concentrate, because that is what that Clusterware pre-checks got unsuccessful. So here it is, everything paused except that memory. We need to adjust the memory. We will adjust it. No, not an issue. I have allocated like 4 GB only, but even though it is some system memory, it is utilizing something, and that is what its Oracle Clusterware installation itself is taking. It's looking for 4 GB. So we will adjust the memory in both the VMs. Okay, yeah, here it is. Everything looks good. Everything, all the checks are passed only, except that memory. So each and everything we need to check it out, and if it is anything failed, we need to fix it, and rerun it, and again we will. That is also passed. NTP also passed. Thinking where the user Oracle is not in root group. Okay, passed, does not exist. Okay, fine. Okay, the thing is, the result of kind of we need to fix it. Okay, fine. So except that memory and the result.conf. Okay, we need to log in as a command as we root password. Yeah. So here I have edited RAC02 local domain search RAC02 local domain. So the same thing I did in RAC01 also. You can see here RAC01 domain. Okay, it's fine. Now we need to switch off the machine and we need to add some memory. I will switch off this, shut down this machine, and also RAC01, 02 also I will shut down. I will add some memory. Both powered off. We'll add some memory here. System. We'll put some rough calculation. We'll add here 5 GB. Okay, each 5 GB. Now switch on the both the VM. To also will switch on. Okay, both the machines got rebooted and it's up and running. Let's go for that software location. Git. Okay, Clusterware will run again. And before that, we have modified that RAM size, right? Okay, we can check it. Yeah, you can see here. Now it's enough memory, I guess. After going swap, we have allocated 5 GB each node. That's fine. Okay, cool. We'll run that. Again, we'll run it and change that node, and I will open another tab. We'll monitor. Okay. Node 2.log. Let's see what's happening. By this time it will get succeed, and we are good to go with that Clusterware configuration installation. Again we got unsuccessful. Okay, let's check it out. The result not kind of what I did, the DNS configuration we did not do here. So what I did and rename that result.conf file. So you can see here. So I renamed that result.conf file. So memory increased. So we are good to go with that installation. Let's proceed with an installation now. So Oracle 12c grid infrastructure installation starting. Okay, the first screen of this grid infrastructure installation is here. Okay, click next. Install and configure grid infrastructure for a cluster. Okay, 2-node cluster we are going to configure. Click next. Configure a standard cluster. We don't want to go with Flux node. Later I will explain on this. Yeah, we'll go with advanced installation. Okay. Next. Here one thing we need to notify. I'll show you here. This is a scan name. This is the